A Linux setup is like a time bomb. No matter what you do, it is going to die just like humans. One day, you will indeed see a gradual decrease in performance, battery life, and whatsoever. Now that depends on you. How long can you sustain it? How long can you hold it? But the reality, it is gonna destroy itself. It is gonna die, your setup. This is something I learned the hard way. And that is how I have 3 years or 4 years of Linux experience. And after so much experience, I was sure about one thing. Manjaro is literally like the worst of them. And that's why I took it upon myself and challenged myself how long can I sustain it. And I will say truthfully, Manjaro is literally the longest surviving distro ever. It has been like what, 2 months maybe? And yet still, I have not even thought about switching to any other one. Yes, I have tried others on VirtualBox and Gnome boxes, but indeed I will say, Manjaro defeats them all and still, right now, after 2 months of usage, it's not that bad. But, and there's always a but, and someone said to me, everything before a but is useless. But not this time. Well, this is my long-term review of Manjaro Linux without reinstalling, and it has survived through almost everything. So let's get started. And here it is, and as you can see, there are literally no customizations at all. It is just pure vanilla GNOME. Yep, it is. Because I like the native Manjaro setup. Like, it's not properly Manjaro. You see, there's a layout switcher we have, and it is obviously the best. If I go and use normal Manjaro setup, it's gonna look like this. This is also great, but not the real GNOME. You also have tiling window manager as well, as you can see, just like that. Yep, and it's pretty good, I'd say. Like, tiling window management is good, literally good as a GNOME desktop. But still, you see, I like the pure GNOME experience on Manjaro with the capabilities of Manjaro for obvious reasons. Here I am, applied, and let me just do one thing. I'm gonna need to reload the desktop because, doing such things needs a little restart. And there it is, this beautiful desktop of mine. Now let me just show you one thing. Yes, there has been a performance degradation, and especially on the fastness and responsiveness. For example, if I open GNOME files, 3, 2, 1, there it is. It takes approximately 3 seconds, which it should not, in my opinion. As a new desktop, a fresh installed desktop, it shouldn't be like that, should it? But even like that, when I open something like GNOME softwares, it is literally damn fast. Let's see, when I open console, it is not fast. Like, it takes a little time, but still, like, there's a difference in different applications. So I'll say it is not Manjaro's or even GNOME faults. It's the application, amount of time it uses. For example, I open Google Chrome. There it is, damn fast. But all of that is not so good because, Manjaro is literally known for literally destroying the whole system and everything. For example, if I go here, as you can see, literally there are 362 updates, all of them. Now, what I usually do is use console because I don't trust the, what is it called, Manjaro applications or add and remove application. So I just use sudo Pamac update and it should do everything by itself, shouldn't it? Well, I believe it to be like that. But just now, I believe there's gonna be a messed up thing. So as we can see, let me just do one thing. No, not that. Control plus minus maybe. Yep, minus it is. Now as you can see, there is indeed a lot of updates for every application. And this is not just usual. Manjaro is literally so bleeding edge. I'm gonna see a new update in every second day, every alternative day of my life. But then there's one other thing, as you can see. It failed to refresh AUR and everything. Let me just type in. So it failed to actually refresh the AUR repositories. And that is why I had to install Yay. So I'm just gonna go with Yay SYU. And Yay works way better than Pamac. Well, even here there are a hell lot of updates. Indeed there are. And this is all just Arch user repository, nothing else. Let me just try sudo Pacman SYU. Now, you might be wondering like why I have 3 different package management systems on the same setup. Well, Pamac and Pacman were pre-installed, but along with them, I had to install Yay for Arch user repository's proper configuration. Now, if I reload Arch packages in particular, yes, this is just normal Arch packages which are here listed, and let me just cancel them. Now, if we compare all of them, all 3 of them, then you're gonna see that, yeah, Manjaro's original Pamac was able to gather all the updates, and then Arch user repository also sort of was able to load most of the updates, but it could not do the official ones, which were not from Arch user repository. And even Pacman, which is particular native Arch, was able to detect almost like 95% of the packages. So you see, there is a lot of confusion whenever I have to do particular something, for example installing an application or something else. And that is why I have literally installed a third package management system, Flatpaks. Now Flatpaks, I use Gnome software. Yep, Gnome software. It is the most stable package management system right now. So whenever I need to, use a normal software, for example Gnome boxes, clocks, Google Chrome, extension manager and everything, they're all from Flatpaks aka Gnome softwares here. And now besides that, there is the most important thing I use on my day-to-day life in Manjaro, and that is the DaVinci Resolve Studio. As you can see, I've created so many videos on this setup, and this shows that I have been using the single setup every time for the longest of time, and it still works flawlessly in my opinion. Like really, any video I pull up, it's gonna be here, work perfectly fine, and it has all the codec support, which you don't see much in even normal Arch setups. Right now the video you're seeing is H.265, not even H.264, with AAC audio codec. So you should know that all of these are pretty impossible, near to impossible to use on Arch. And for Ubuntu and others, you can just hope for it lands there. Besides that, I have Spotify, a customized version of Spotify, which, beautifies everything. And then I have Steam, but I rarely use Steam, like rarely. Besides that, I have something else you would love to see, and that is Android applications. Yes, I installed Waitroid in my previous video and it is still here. I've not uninstalled it, and it is literally running along with Linux and everything side by side, just like on Chrome OS, and still hasn't gave me any issues. Wait, we can play Apex Legend for free? Okay. But the thing is, it is not properly available for Linux due to anti-cheat and everything. What is this? Peak. Okay, this game looks good, sort of, but there is even better game out there which I like, and that is Farlight 84. I've also tried Asphalt Unite, then something like a skateboard game. I tried PUBG but it wouldn't work, but Farlight, it was just awesome. So I should install it. Like, yeah, I want to, that's why I'm going to. And yeah, there's another thing I have done here. Let me just show you in the settings. I have installed Proton GE as well. As you can see here, Proton GE. All I have to do is just enable it and restart. I have never played any game on Manjaro, but yes, I will later in the next video maybe. But I just wanted to show you that you have almost everything here. It even started installing it. Good. And combining the power of Manjaro, Arch is a repository, and latest version of Gnome, all the softwares from Flatpaks and everything, blah blah blah. That's all. It's just too awesome. Literally, man, too awesome. And yeah, there's another thing I need to do. Display download rates in bytes per second. Yeah, this actually gives me proper knowledge of how it is downloading. Let me just minimize it. There we go. Now let it be there. Now besides that, I have a lot of games which are literally just, and yeah, I also have Free Fire Maths. Shall I play? Let me just show you. Yes, I was wrong. I have played games. I also have played Free Fire using Waitroid with keyboard and mouse support. Let me just show you. There it is, starting. Okay, retry. Okay, so right now this is in download, so let me just pause it. Please retry. Something happened to my internet, looks like. Let me just relaunch Free Fire. There it is. As you can see, it is just so damn fast and smooth, isn't it? Okay man, come on. My internet is supposed to be working right now. Well, there's another issue from Manjaro. Maybe it's not from Manjaro, it's Vtoid maybe. Or maybe I'm just running this download in the background, that's why. Or else it just might be my internet connection. But as you can see, it has literally everything I need. And then there are these awesome and powerful applications out there. Let me just try Vtoid. So as you can see right now, this is Android running so smooth, literally so smooth. And I don't, okay, looks like there is something. Internet connection, turn on the Wi-Fi and stuff. Can it use my Wi-Fi? I don't know, maybe not. Well, something might have happened with the internet. Yep, it is definitely something bad. I try resetting, manage play games. Okay, how the hell I'm supposed to do that? And yet still something bad happened with the setup and I cannot access my internet. So bad. Literally so bad. I cannot even use Ethernet or something. Let me just try to enable OTG. Let's just leave that, okay? So Android, yeah, almost near to working. Something happened with Vtoid, not Manjaro. But besides that, okay, turn on my Farlight 84 download. There it is. It's gonna take approximately 2 hours to download. Yeah, it's good to wait. And yeah, nice to play with Manjaro's power and everything. Talking about Manjaro's power, we have a hell lot of stuff here. For example, the proprietary driver from NVIDIA, which works flawlessly. It is the latest driver. Along with that, we have all the extensions you would ever need to run everything from the GPU. We have Power Miser, power source undersized because it is using, well, okay. As you can see, it is undersized because I'm using power saver mode. When I change it to performance and restart the application, it's gonna increase the wattage. And I don't know if you can hear, but at last my fans are on high speed because just now I enabled performance and now I'm back to power mode, to power saver, and it is back. So you see, it is just so efficient to use in my day-to-day life with that much power holding here. And then we have all the other sort of controls and everything. We also have a firmware to install anything we need. And we even have, like, let me just open it, Manjaro settings. This control panel of a sort is just so useful. I've literally, man, changed my Linux kernels, used the hate and trial method, and it has been working pretty well and great. And I believe that was maybe enough to say and show you how is my experience after 2 months of using Manjaro without reinstallation and with so much. So you can see, like, if you are ready to take a challenge like this, and if you commit yourself, then you can even use literally a Linux distribution like Manjaro, which is supposed to be like a suicide of your desktop in professional level. And yet it is working so flawlessly after 2 months. And yep, that is for my challenge, and I believe I'm gonna continue using it for my day-to-day life in the future as well. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, then subscribe for more awesome tech videos uploaded on this channel. And I'll meet you next video. Till then, I am signing out.